Why? Why am I doing it? Who am I doing it for? Why would you start a YouTube channel? Do you even want to? Let's delve in. I'm not going to sit here and pretend like I have 5 reasons why, or I'm not going to say 10 reasons why I'm starting my YouTube channel. This is unscripted. I haven't really prepared for it. I knew that I had to film today. I wanted to film, and I had another video in mind. However, I feel the urge to talk about this. Let's go. My first reason to start a YouTube channel is because I love YouTube. I'm in love with YouTube. I have been a consumer of YouTube for over a decade and a half. Matter of fact, it's been maybe even 20 years. I don't know. But ever since YouTube came out and became a little popular, I have been a fan. We over here watch everything on YouTube. Believe it or not, we don't have cable TV or anything, just YouTube. And that's the way we want it to be. Let me tell you why. When my daughter was small and I would shower her, she used to cry. She hated it. So I used to play baby songs for her on YouTube. As she got older, she would watch all kinds of channels that are dedicated to children that I deemed as appropriate. You guessed it, on YouTube. My husband and I are always watching things, series or documentaries or whatever, on YouTube. So we don't need anything else, honestly. YouTube is everything we watch. We watch it on our smart TV, which, by the way, at this point is just collecting dust. We use more our laptop. Don't ask. But that's an option. When we want to, we could watch on our TV or the laptop. You can take YouTube with you anywhere on the road. You can take YouTube to all kinds of rooms in the house. I watch YouTube while I'm cleaning the house as well. So basically, I've been a consumer of YouTube for almost 2 decades. All right, so that's the number one reason that even made me think of YouTube, because I already consume a lot of YouTube. I was just never a creator. I've been a big time consumer. That gave me a very good insight on YouTube, the ups and downs of YouTube, and what people like, what people don't like. Another reason why I love YouTube is because it's very relatable. For example, when I want to watch something, I want to feel like it's a human. It's not a machine. It's not someone programmed. It's not someone trained specifically to do that. For example, if I watch news, I go to YouTube. I don't go to CNN anymore. I don't go to Fox News. I don't go to any kind of news outlet, official media there, what they call the media, because honestly, they're not credible for me anymore at this point, and they're so unrelatable. As the average person, I relate so much more with YouTubers, specifically even more smaller YouTubers, because I see myself in them. It's very, very relatable, and that's why YouTube is huge, has become huge. A lot of people relate to it. They see themselves in it. They see themselves in those people and the creators, because most of the creators, I'm not talking about the ones with necessarily millions and millions of subscribers, but a lot of the average creators are just average people like me and you. That's why I took courage and I said, I can be a creator as well on YouTube, because I have a lot to share. I have a vision of who my people are and who I would like to reach. So why not give it a shot? Especially lately, with everyone talking about how easy it is to get views on YouTube, how easy it is to get subscribers, how YouTube is pushing out small channels. I haven't necessarily experienced this yet, so I'm not giving any tips on that, or I'm not saying that I agree or disagree with that. I'm still in the process of trying to see what works for me. However, especially for those over 40 or over 50, it's the right time to start, because yes, there's not a lot of us on YouTube, and because YouTube is an older platform compared to Instagram and TikTok and whatever else is there in social media, YouTube already has its crowd. And because it started so long ago, a lot of older people, like above 40 and 50, can relate, have been watching YouTube, like me, have been watching YouTube for a few years already. So we need more of creators within that age range, because this is who we're going to relate to, those creators that are in similar situation, maybe parents, maybe just a little older in their mid-age, and we can relate to them because we are them. They are us in a sense. So that's why it's more relatable, and it's not always very scripted or highly organized, or highly censored like the official media out there, because on YouTube, we can still be ourselves. Now, the reason why I decided to start a YouTube channel, because I need something where I can let out my creativity or my true self, where I can be 100% authentic without the fear of being judged. I know it might sound ironic because we are exposing, excuse me, I'm exposing myself to so many people. I'm potentially putting myself out there, but of course it could always be that not many people will watch me, or my videos or my channel won't even reach a lot of people. So I'm taking advantage of that, especially at this point, to be myself. You see, as a shy introvert, people often mistake me, especially those close to me, actually, believe it or not, as antisocial or someone who doesn't like to be around people. And that is not the case. I actually love people. And most of the time, I love being around people. But I need to know in advance. I'm not the most spontaneous person. Sometimes I am, but it depends on the situation. I need to know in advance certain things. If someone, for example, wants to come over, I need to know in advance. I don't like just someone ringing my doorbell out of nowhere. I don't like surprises like that. I also need, as an introvert, I need time to recharge. I need time for myself to be with myself to recharge, and no one around me understands that, especially the closest people to me. I've always felt in my entourage and my family and friends, among my family and friends, I've always felt like I'm a little bit of an outcast because I'm not a people's person. This is hard for me, all right, because when you're not an introvert, when you're an extrovert, you don't understand introverts, or you misunderstand them as well, oftentimes. So, as an introvert surrounded by a bunch of extroverts, it's been not easy for me. It's been a little rough throughout life, being judged here and there, being misunderstood here and there. So, YouTube helps me reach introverts, other introverts like me. Hello, where are you? Come over here. This is your space. This is one aspect of YouTube that I adore, because it's kind of like therapy. You know what I mean? Which kind of brings me to my next point. YouTube is therapy. It could be therapeutic for a lot of us, especially when you are, like I said, introverts, shy. I'm super good in communications, but the moment that I feel that someone is kind of shutting me down or brushing me off, brushing my feelings off as unimportant or as crazy or as stupid or as ridiculous or as it being too much, I shut down. I can't open up anymore. And this has been my case for the past at least decade or so, because I have been a stay-at-home mom and I don't have a lot of emotional support, let's just say, around me. So it's been really hard. I've keep too much to myself. Everything is bottled in, and honestly, it does not take you to a good place. It takes you to a place of resentment. It takes you to a place of insecurity and lack of confidence. So, YouTube is a place where I can find my crowd, which brings me to my next point. I'm here to find my crowd, my tribe, my people. Who are my people? They're me, you. You, who is an introvert, or who is someone who kind of feels misunderstood, or you're someone who have not found an outlet to your feelings, to expressing yourself, to your authenticity. I'm here to be completely myself without worrying about offending anyone, or without worrying how am I going to sound, how are you going to feel about me talking like this? You know what? If you can't relate with me, that's okay. I'm not for you. I'm not going to be everyone's cup of coffee, as they say, or cup of tea or whatever, right? Not everyone is going to be able to relate to me, just like I can't relate to everyone. That's why I'm here for you with my YouTube content, with my channel. I want to find you who feels me. Basically, I want you to see yourself in me. When I talk, I want you to say, wait, how did you know that? How did you read my mind? That's exactly what I'm feeling. That's exactly what I'm thinking. That's exactly what I'm going through. Now, that might not be the case in every video, but at least in some content, like this one. I have a few YouTubers that I follow that I'm subscribed to, and I love their content. And sometimes when they talk, I feel like, how did you know that? Wow, that's how I feel. You're reading my mind. Especially lately, I've been finding them more and more, maybe because I've been looking for them. This is how I want you to feel. I want you to relate. I want this channel to be a space of comfort, somewhere where you can come to relax, to relate and want to be relatable, somewhere where you can feel like there's someone who understands you. You're not alone. You're not the only one going through these feelings. It's a hard, tough world for introverts, for reserved people. And I think, I don't know if all introverts are like that, but I know I am very sensitive. So if I feel like I've offended you with anything, or like you're not interested in what I have to say, I shut down right away. So this is not good, because I'm a person who loves communication. I love to say how I feel. I love to, if you offend me, if you're close to me and you offend me with something, I love to tell you, not because I want to point the finger at you, but just because I want to solve that problem. I want to discuss it and move on. Because when things keep offending me over or hurting me over and over again, and I cannot talk about them to you who offended me, or sorry, not you, to the person who offended me, I start getting resentment. It piles up. I can't let go and move on. I can do it a few times, but when it's repetitive. So what I'm trying to say is, people like us who are sensitive, not just towards our needs, but towards those or the feelings of those around us. If we cannot express our feelings freely without being worried about offending others, or without being worried about being misunderstood, it's going to bottle up, and our problems internally are not going to get solved, and it's only going to get worse. And we're going to end up with a lot of anger and resentment. And I found myself in this situation, in this position for years. Which brings me to my next point. As a stay-at-home mom, I have been completely and 100% dedicated to my daughter, because I also homeschool her for the past, let's say, 10 years, which I love. That's the way I want it, and I wouldn't change it to the world. But as a result of that, I don't really have a lot of friends left, and I don't socialize with adults a whole lot. And of course, I miss that, but at the same time, my self-confidence has gone really low, because I didn't know who I was anymore besides being a mom. I wanted to be me again. I wanted to rediscover, reinvent myself, or at least just find me again inside. Who am I outside motherhood? I was nothing. I was nothing but a mom. So for the longest time, it got to me, right? Like it was over the years, but I woke up a couple of years ago finding myself depressed, overweight, um, not wanting to take care of myself physically, mentally, emotionally, and that is not a place where you want to be. And it took me a long time. I was always so scared to be on YouTube, because, like I said, I consume a lot of YouTube. So to me, YouTube is big, is wow. So it always intimidated me. But I'm finally ready, and I'm so, so happy, although I'm growing very slowly. But I know that it's going to be a while before I find my tribe, or before my tribe finds me. And that's okay, because I'm enjoying every bit of this. I've learned to enjoy the process, not just the results. I was always focused on results. And that's why I didn't succeed in many things that I've tried for the past couple of years, because I do want to find a way to make money from home as a stay-at-home mom. Uh, I have a part-time job, but that's not half enough the income that I need, right? So I've tried many things, and I try and I stop and I jump to other things. It doesn't work, all right? Because you need to pick one thing, master it, and it takes time and it takes patience, and it's going to feel for a long time that you're doing work for free and you have nothing in return. But ultimately, I hope the microphone didn't make a loud sound as I touched it. Anyway, ultimately, I learned that you need patience. Just like any business you start on in life, it takes time to take off. It's not going to start giving you money right away, and that's okay. Right now, I'm not after the money. Yes, ultimately, I want to make money. I'm not going to lie to you. I want the 1,000 subscribers, of course. But hey, at this point, I'm focused on the connection. I want to find you, and I want you to find me, that you can relate with me. so that we can start a beautiful community, like I said, to support each other. For me, YouTube is a great outlet for that. And that's another reason why I picked YouTube. Needless to say, YouTube is a platform where you can find anything and everything: information, tutorials, answers to questions, how to, emotional support. If I want to look up how to make a tie, how to put together whatever, like when I used to buy things for my daughter, toys that needed assembly, I was, guess what, YouTubing it. I wasn't going to Google or to TikTok or to Instagram. Maybe because I'm a little older, so back in the days it was all about YouTube. Creating some reels on TikTok, honestly didn't like it. All right, there's something, and I'm not just saying this because TikTok is getting banned or got banned. I don't even live in the US, so it won't affect me. However, there was always something about TikTok that kept me away from it. I can't pinpoint it. Call it discernment. I just don't, it doesn't click with me. Anyway, so YouTube, I YouTube things. I don't even Google things anymore. How to put antivirus on my computer, how to anything, honestly, how to anything. You can find it. Anything you want, you can find on YouTube. So it's a great source of information on the how to, documentaries, history. Last a couple of years ago, there was something in math that my daughter didn't understand, and I didn't know how to explain it to her clearly in a way for her brain to understand it. So I YouTubed it. She watched a few videos on that, so on and so forth. You get the point. There's education and there's entertainment and there's emotional support on YouTube. If you're feeling down or sad or depressed or lonely, YouTube is going to have some content for you to comfort you or to motivate you. Another reason why I love YouTube and why I picked YouTube, because YouTube allows you to be monetized. Where I live, Instagram, TikTok, I believe Facebook as well, won't pay you or won't pay me to create content or to post content. However, YouTube does. So that's a great plus. It won't pay me now. That's okay. But eventually it will. And YouTube has a huge audience. It has huge, and it's a constant. It's been here for ages. It's not going anywhere. So, and another great thing is that when you create on YouTube, especially if it's long form, but I heard that it's the case with short form as well, but I'm talking about long form. When you create on YouTube, your content stays there for a very long time. Unlike social media, where it gets pushed for max 1 or 2 months, generally, YouTube will push your content for years. Last but not least, I believe this should be my last point, but let's go with it. YouTube allows you to create long form content. I don't know about you, but as an introvert and as someone within my age range, or according to my personality at least, I love long form content. I don't care for short form. I might watch shorts on even on YouTube once in a while, but I have a much longer attention span than that. All right. And I crave depth. I crave connection. When I watch YouTube, sometimes I'm just looking for how to's or like answers to certain specific questions. So I'm generally not subscribing to those channels. But when I find a content creator that I can actually relate to, I subscribe and I wait for their content. I actually wait for their content. And when when they're not posting for a while, I'm disappointed. I'm like, where are they? What happened to them? I miss them. You get attached to the person. I know I do. So when I find those YouTubers that I like and I start binging on their content because they're so relatable to me, I connect with them. I like who they are. I like the way they present themselves. It could be their sense of humor. It could be the way they deliver their messages. I relate to them. So I want more of them. And I'm disappointed when there are no more videos for me to watch. YouTube allows you to create that kind of connection with your viewers or subscribers eventually, which gives you the opportunity to create a community of your own, which is honestly the best. Instagram, TikTok, yes, they're allowing up to 3 or maybe 5 minutes, I don't know, content at this point, but honestly, how much can you relate when you watch a 5 minute video of someone when that's all you can get? How big or how strong of a connection can you form? Maybe you can. I can't. I'm a deep person. I need to get deep into things, like I said, to dig deep. I need to get to know you, not just the content that you want to present to me, not just a little part of you. I need to know you as much. The more, the merrier. So when you sprinkle yourself in your content, I think that's a great combination. And for me, like I said, I find it hard to watch short form because I can't relate to it. I can't get into it. And before it starts, it's over. I often watch YouTube when I'm working, or I'm washing the dishes, when I'm cooking, when I'm cleaning, or organizing things or whatever. So I don't want to have to click on my screen every 1, 2, 3 minutes to change, because what if the next reel or the next short is not my cup of tea, is not what I want, is not what I'm not interested in that. So I have to keep looking. To me, that's annoying. It's not for me. So when I pick the videos that I like. Sometimes it depends. If I'm looking for something, I might not want to watch longer videos if I'm looking for an answer to a specific question. But when I'm watching YouTube to enjoy it, because I want the connection, because I want some sort of entertainment, but not entertainment in terms of like fun, but entertainment, educative entertainment. So when I'm looking for content, like to watch content that, for example, how to start a YouTube channel or how to get subscribers or whatever, I don't want a 5 minute thing. I want a good 15, 20-minute video, because I'll get to know you like that, and then I'll decide whether you're authentic or not. So you could be giving good tips, for example, on how to grow on YouTube. But if I don't feel you, if I don't feel you being authentic, if you're too hyped up, that's not for me. It's not for me. I know a lot of people love that. I don't like that. I need to connect with you. It's not judging, but we all have people that we vibe with or not. Okay. So, how am I going to get to know you when you just creating short content? And this is why YouTube allows for longer content, longer form content. The sky is the limit in terms of how long, how short you decide, whatever suits your purpose. I don't like long videos that are just full of fluff just because they want to create long videos. And I don't like short videos because they don't give me enough. So, I want you to get to know me as much as possible. This is me. This is actually the side of me that not a lot of people see, because I don't feel free to always express myself. I don't have this chance. So this is a side of me that's very real and raw. When I talk here on YouTube, because I'm not threatened of how someone, I don't feel threatened by how someone or whoever I'm talking to is going to take that. How are they going to feel about what I'm saying? Because I know they disagree with me, because I know they don't feel how I feel, because I know they're not like minded, and I get judged often. I get told I'm being too much, too emotional, I'm expecting too much, I'm reading too much into this. But this is me. Why do I have to accept everyone the way they are when no one can accept me the way I am? When they want to accept me, but I have to not be as deep. I have to not be as demanding. I don't know, in a sense, because I expect people to treat me like I treat them, in a sense. And I guess it's like, if you're a liar, you think everyone is a liar. I'm deep, and I don't understand how others can go on their life being not deep, but that's okay. I don't judge that. I'm just saying that I wish people can relate to me the way I am. I wish they can be more accepting of the way I am. And that's why I love YouTube, because it gives me that opportunity to share with you who I am, so that you can hear it and you can say, that's me. That's me. I'm happy I found you, because no one else understands me. And it's choking. It's choking when you feel misunderstood by those that love you the most. So there you go. While of YouTube, that's all I have for now. I'm not gonna keep talking just for the sake of making a longer video. If you enjoyed my content, if you can relate, please subscribe, like, comment, so that YouTube can hopefully push out my content to more people, so that I can reach more people like you, and hopefully educate, motivate whoever needs it. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching till the end. If you did, I'll see you on the next one.